Here's one of those everything you didn't know questions. At what temperature do they quit counting wind chill? Well, you still don't know the answer because I don't. Welcome to Still Horse, I'm Steve Reeves. On this week's show, we have Anna's Celebration of Life. Also, the Southside Harley-Davidson Military Appreciation Day. I still don't know the answer to that wind chill thing, so if you know, email me. So let's get right on with the show. Be there. Still Horse is brought to you by Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson, your Central Indiana Harley dealer since 1947. And by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Every Wednesday night is Bike Night here at Beale Street Tavern on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Enjoy great drink specials and rock out with live bands performing both indoors and out. Here's who's playing this coming Wednesday.
If you've been injured in a car accident through no fault of your own,
don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you.
Don't believe you'll be taken care of.
Don't believe it will all work out.
don't believe anything until you've talked to us.
The risk is too big.
Accidents happen in a minute, but the impact can be lifelong.
You need an attorney to help you get the compensation you deserve. You need us. We're Leidendorf Law. Call us first.
Call 842-5800 or visit Leidendorf.com.
Motorcycle enthusiasts, does your insurance company sound like this?
Press 1 for homeowners, press 2 for auto, press 3 for flood, press
Heard
4
it pays
for
to
RV,
bundle?
press
You've heard
5
wrong. Don't get caught up in bundling blunders. Ryder Insurance is the only carrier that exclusively caters to the motorcycle community with competitive rates and no credit checks.
motorcycle, so there are 2 wheels then.
No more bundling blunders. Ride with Ryder. Visit Ryder.com.
Be one of the many. Get yours at Southside Harley-Davidson.
I know you really can't see me because of the camouflage, but let's take a look at the first installment of the Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. Tell me about Anna's Celebration of Life.
Anna's Celebration of Life is a foundation that was set up by a gentleman named Pete Malloy in honor of his daughter, who was a special needs child. And Anna had a wish to help other kids that with special needs. And so Pete's a businessman. He set this organization up, this foundation up. And for 8 years now, we've been doing this ride, and we've been pretty successful at it. We've helped well over 100 kids with devices that make their life better. Adaptive tricycles, hearing aids, epileptic dogs, seeing eye dogs, wheelchair ramps. That's the cause we're here today for a little boy named Reese Garland from Greenwood. Was born with no motor skills, can't walk or talk, and his family was really having a hard time getting him in and out of the house. So our goal today is to, we've already done, they're putting in two new concrete wheelchair ramps, one in the front, one in the back of their home. And I filed for a grant. I'm with the Eagle Riders, and we filed for a grant through the Fraternal Order of Eagles, and I believe we're going to get him a communication device that he can start learning to communicate with people with a therapist, and by the time he gets to school, he'll be able to communicate with people with this device. And we're hoping for a great turnout today. It's a little hot. We got to drink a lot of water, but we're going to do it.
A little hot is a little wrong.
Well,
a lot hot.
Yeah. Well, I asked the big man upstairs for a nice sunny day. He took it serious.
Tell me about Reese.
Well, Reese is a pretty spunky, pretty normal, cognitively 2-year-old. He was born with myotubular myopathy, which basically is a genetic condition where his nerves and his muscles don't communicate well. At 2 years old, he's unable to really get around independently. He doesn't crawl, he doesn't walk. But other than that, I mean, he knows, colors and shapes and things like that. And he's a very smart and spunky little boy, so we're very blessed to have him.
Now, what do you think about the ride today, being the beneficiary for that?
We're very overwhelmed by this. We're so grateful to the Eagles and the AnnasLife.org. We've just kind of been a snowball effect in the last month and a half, and we're slightly overwhelmed, but very, very, very grateful.
We come to this ride to support our fellow riders, and it's a good cause. Maybe a little hot, but I tell you what, the cause doesn't know better. So that's why we try to assemble as big a group as we can to help out in some small way with the people that can't help themselves or that just need a little inch along. But it's a good cause, a lot of fun. It's all families, everybody. It's a brotherhood of bikers is why we do it, and it's a lot of fun.
I think it's a great thing. It's a great cause. It helps a lot of kids, and helps a lot of kids where their parents can't afford to get them what they need, or insurance won't buy it for them, because insurance don't want to buy you anything anymore anyway. So that's.
Your head's leaking, don't you?
Yeah, all over.
Now, how'd you hear about today's ride?
Actually, on 104.5, we heard about it yesterday afternoon on the radio. Yes, sir.
So whose idea was it to come today, yours or his? I know you have U.S. Army on here. There's another event going on today for the veterans. What do you think about that?
I think it is awesome. I really do. I really believe strongly about how, more of this country's given back to us veterans for what we've sacrificed for us, our freedom and stuff. So I think it's an awesome idea. And actually, that's what attracted me here, was a Military Appreciation Day.
So you're getting to do two things today at one time?
You got that right, brother. Absolutely.
Now, you're going to have a really good job today. Tell me about it.
Well, we're driving the chase vehicle, which is a very important job on any ride.
Yeah, but especially when it's 100 degrees, and you're going to be in that air conditioning.
Yeah, I like that. When they called, there was no problem.
The last time I talked to you, we did a cancer ride down in Whiteland, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
And it rained. It was rainy and cold that day.
It was, and we were in a car that day too, but we went.
Whose idea was it to come on the ride today?
Mine.
So what caught your eye on this ride?
I've known Pete and Anna I went to school with Pete since kindergarten.
Wow. So did she have any trouble talking into this?
Does she have any trouble talking to this?
Talking you into it?
Oh, no, not at all. I think we've been here every single year since they've done this. We were here when Anna was still here with us. So we always look forward to coming.
Tell me about what brings you on today's ride.
Well, I'd like to contribute to Anna's Celebration of Life. Plus, I'm a Johnson County Eagle rider, belong to the Johnson County Eagles, and we enjoy this. It's hot, but we're always here to support, no matter rain or shine. We've always done this ride in September, and it's been a little bit rainy and cool, and we went from one extreme to the other this year, but we're here.
Usually sitting behind somebody when it's chilly out, it keeps you kind of warm, but today, what's that like?
There's no block whatsoever. You feel it. It's nice with the wind moving though.
Well, I know the family that they're doing the ride for, the little boy that they're trying to raise the money for, and they're customers of mine, and it's just a real good cause, so we wanted to come out and support them.
So you rode all the way down from Kokomo this morning for this ride?
Yeah, I did. It was. I knew it was a good cause. A friend that I work with, Dodie, she invited me along, and I said, "Yeah, I'd love to come on the ride." So it was set up real early and got here in time. In fact, I was here right at 10 o'clock when they started. So.
Well, I'll tell you, you probably left early enough where it's still halfway cool riding, right?
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, to me, I like riding in the warm weather. I mean, I still wear my chaps, I still wear my leather stuff, and I dress in black, which is probably the most ridiculous color to wear in this kind of weather. But to me, it just feels like riding with a jacket on. And when the weather's cold, I wear a jacket, and I'm just as warm then as I am now.
Now you're really not going to fool me because I know you're not from around here. You're not actually from Indiana. Where are you really originally from?
I'm from Leeds in the north of England. Leeds is in Yorkshire. It's actually a city bigger than Indianapolis, but it's one of those places I tell people it's a bit like Detroit. You come from it, but you wouldn't necessarily want to go to it kind of place.
I can understand that. Well, you be safe and have a good ride today, man.
Well, thanks very much, and nice talking to you.
Rides like today for Anna's Celebration of Life. You also do some other fundraisers.
We do several events throughout the year. We have a Personal Best 5 event that's coming up on August 4th out of Broad Ripple Park. It's a 5K run, and there's also a walk. And we've been doing it for several years now, and that benefits Anna's Celebration of Life Foundation. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, goes out of Broad Ripple Park. It's a great event. It's sponsored. You can go to personalbest5.com or annacelebrationoflife.com to register and come out and have the day. It's a family day. We do a lot of events for the kids. There's all kinds of things for the kids to do, little rides. We all get medals, and we've given out over 125 gifts through the foundation. So a lot of the kids will come out that have benefited from the foundation and participate for the day also.
And again, what was the date?
It is August 4th, and it goes out of Broad Ripple Park, and we're starting at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Hi bikers, how you doing this week? This week on the 101 we're going to talk about LED lights. One of our viewers, Bruce, wrote in and asked about LED lights, if they were legal and can you use them in the state of Indiana. The answer is yes, as long as the LED lights are white for the front of the bike and red for the rear. The only exception is you can't combine blue or red LEDs together because those are reserved for emergency vehicles. But let's talk about LED lights. Obviously, number one, they're brighter than standard lights. They're more expensive, that's true, but they're much brighter than standard lights. Second advantage of LED lights is that they last about 3 times longer than normal bulbs. And probably the biggest thing, which I, as a motorcyclist, like for maintenance-wise, is that they take less draw of electricity from your battery and from your electrical system. So that's a great deal. But the most important thing about LED lights that I want you to remember this particular time is that LED lights, because they're brighter, they increase your visibility. And being seen is really your first line of defense on the street. Even in the daytime, you can see how bright this is. At night, it's even better. Being seen is your first line of defense on the street, so by increasing the brilliance or brightness of your lights, both headlight or tail light, it's going to increase your safety. And that's what you want, especially on the road. Hey, until next week, thanks for the question, Bruce. We appreciate it. You take care, and I'll see you on the road.
When I'm out on the track, I got to give it everything that I have. I need skill, reflexes, and coordination to win races. And it's really no different on the highway. And just one alcoholic drink can impair your ability to ride safely. So be responsible and know when to leave your bike parked and make it home safely. We're all here to have a little fun, but a DUI or wrecking your bike, well, that'd be just stupid. So ride safe, Indiana, and let's make it none for the road.
Be one of the many. Get yours at Southside Harley Davidson.
It's sad, but bad things happen to good people.
And there comes a point where you need help.
After an accident, most people believe they'll be taken care of.
But you really can't believe anything until you talk with someone looking out for your interests.
At Ladendorf and Ladendorf, we have experience taking on high-profile cases and obtaining compensation for victims of injury, malpractice, and wrongful death.
And we want to be here to help you.
If you need help, call Ladendorf and Ladendorf.
Now, if you've been watching Still Horse over the last 12 years, you know Bob Scholte and I like to sit down and talk about old times, but today it's so hot out, we just like to sit down.
Yeah. Taking advantage of the shade a little bit today.
Yeah, you know you have a lot going on here today, and what I really think is cool, you're doing a lot for the veterans today.
Well, it's a thing we like to do. A small thing that we can do is provide this service that Harley-Davidson allows us to do by putting up the money and sending these people out here that'll help veterans get some of the benefits that they've been fighting for at home that they're not able to get, and they go to bat for them, and it works really well.
And some of them just don't know there's things out there available.
Exactly, and that's what this is for. The truck or the big camper motorhome that's here provides people to advise the veterans and answer questions that they might have.
Tell me about this Vet Center mobile unit that you have.
This Vet Center mobile unit was created for the Vietnam vets originally in '79, and it was put in as a bricks and mortar unit originally for readjustment counseling for combat veterans, but that now includes all veterans, their wives, and their kids, 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. They can walk in at one of 300 locations throughout the United States. That's why we run this web address here. Using zip code and locator, you can put in and find the location someone wanting counseling. We carry 4 stretchers on board. We have a wheelchair ramp on back where we can bring the disabled vets in. And we go out when there's no emergency and let the veterans and the community know about the Vet Center and the availability for the families to come in and talk to our social workers without an appointment.
Now there's a lot of veterans out there that don't know everything that's available to them.
Yes, and that's the reason they use us in the non-emergency situation as a marketing tool to come out here and tell the community that, hey, if you know a veteran that would like to talk to somebody on an immediate response basis, that's what we do at the vet centers.
Tell me about the display you have set up here and what all you do.
Well, the display we have here is information about veterans benefits. My job is to work with service members and veterans from all wars, all ages, both active duty, reserve component, to help them to make the transition from active duty to the civilian world. And once they're there, make sure they take advantage of the veterans benefits that they have earned. And you'd be amazed at the number of veterans out there today that don't realize or are too proud to take advantage of the earned benefits that they have.
And you hit it right on the head, the earned benefits.
Earned benefits, and my job is to help them, convince them to take advantage of that, because the way we look at it, if we broke you, then we need to help fix you.
So swallow the pride, you earned it.
And the pride is with us guys, where we're a bunch of macho individuals, and we don't ever want to admit that we got problems and issues, and we all do. And it's being able to be man enough to stand up and say, hey, I got a problem, I got an issue, I need some help. And that's what we're here to help them do.
How can they get in touch with you if they need help?
Well, they can call me. My name is Roger Peterman. My phone number is area code 317-752-7145, and we'll help any and all veterans and all service members.
There are 70 of the mobile medical emergency response units out here trying to get the word out, because it's kind of like the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Nobody knows readjustment counseling is out here. So that's what we're out here doing, getting the word out that, hey, if you're a wife and your husband's deployed, or you're a husband and your wife is deployed, come talk to us. That's what we're here for.
How can they get a hold of you and find out where a center like this is, or somebody to talk to?
On the web address, www.vetcenter.com. veterans.va.gov. They take their mouse and slide the arrow over to locator. It'll drop down and say Vet Center. Click on Vet Center, and then you'll see a box to put the zip code in. Once the zip code is put in, and then they send that information, it's going to come up with a list of all the counselors within reach of that zip code. Once the center site opens up, it says key staff, and it gives actual phone numbers of people who can be talked to 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. And it also has a hotline on that website that allows us to send people in the community immediately to a veteran or a family to provide the assistance that they need.
To me, today means it's finally time that they started honoring all veterans in all wars, and I'm proud of it. When I came back from Vietnam, there was no honor from the people.
I know, and that was such a shame.
Yes, it was. I got spit on, cussed at, called baby killer, and everything else.
As a military veteran, what do displays like this and this truck over here mean to you?
Well, for one thing, it shows me that the community cares about their veterans because, a lot of times you hear horror stories from veterans coming back from conflicts, not just the current ones, but even in the past, Vietnam and stuff like that, and they weren't treated very well. So you see these displays, and it makes you proud as a veteran that they have that out there for us to utilize.
As a veteran, what does this mean to you, what Southside Harley-Davidson's got going on today?
Well, it's just unbelievable that they honor the veterans the way they do every year. I come over here just to associate with some of the vets and see the camaraderie and the friendship that Southside presents for everybody.
It means the world. The things that's going on today and overseas, it's just phenomenal how these guys can come back and serve their country and come back, have their legs, fists, and arms, and back in reality.
Besides sitting here trying to keep cool in the shade today and talking, we're also doing something we always wanted to do. We're just sitting here watching paint dry.
Yeah, this is a whole new thing going on right here, having these paintings done. And when we're done, it's going to be a very interesting thing, I think, that a lot of people will really enjoy seeing when it's all finished.
And it's going to be displayed in the store.
Yes, in time.
Now, you've got some interesting paintings going on here. Tell me what these are all about.
Well, we've been working with Southside Harley to create panels that represent the different decades that they've been a family-owned business. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to have 8 large paintings all the way across the wall in their showroom, and we're all done. The first 3 covered the eras of the 40s, 50s, and 60s with some family portrait type pieces. And then what we're working on today is 70s and 80s, and it's more logo based. And in the end, they'll all work together.
You need to do something for Steel Horse too,
That's true. You got a recommendation?
I need money.
I don't know. We'll talk off.
This is for free.
We'll talk later. I work in trade. Are you good? You good behind a barbecue?
I'm good at eating.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk.
Now, you're going to have to come down to Southside Harley to see all these nice paintings when he gets them done. And while I've got your attention, right behind me here is my #1 fan. This week's Bike of the Week belongs to Mark Foster. Mark, you have a really cool bike.
Thank you.
How long you had it?
6 years.
So did you do all this yourself?
No, Bud Henley and the guys down Bud Henley Custom did most of the work.
Now, did you come up with the scheme on the paint job, or did you let him just use his imagination?
No, I let Bud Henley decide what he wanted to do to it.
He has to have a good imagination.
Very much.
So how many miles you got on this bike?
55,000. Turned 55,000 last week. It's been rode Sturgis 5 times, getting ready to go the 6th time.
See, that's what I like. Somebody to fix their bike up and make a custom bike out of it and still ride it.
Gets rode every weekend. Rode about 200 miles yesterday on it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got a cool bike, be safe, and take care of it, man.
Okie doke, thank you.
Here's Mark Leidendorf with this week's Leidendorf Law Trivia question.
Good to see you, Steel Horse fans. The question this week is, what 3 colors make up the Harley-Davidson logo? The answer when we return.
Welcome home to Harley-Davidson of Kokomo.
At HG of Kokomo, we put you first. How do we do it? Here at Kokomo, we give you access to Indiana's largest inventory of Harley motorcycles.
Our customers rate Kokomo's service department #1 in servicing their Harleys.
And HG of Kokomo has the area's best selection of genuine motor clothes for every member of the family. even pets.
Cruise by, we're nearby, just 25 minutes from the north side. Let Harley-Davidson of Kokomo put you first.
Every Wednesday night is bike night here at Beale Street Tavern on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Enjoy great drink specials and rock out with live bands performing both indoors and out. Here's who's playing this coming Wednesday.
Indy West is the area's only Harley-Davidson Gold Bar and Shield award-winning dealer. The Gold Bar and Shield means we have the best selection of Harleys, including Indy West certified pre-owned.
We're open 7 days a week to serve you.
Only Indy West has express lane service, which keeps you out riding, not waiting. Harley rentals at Indy West are the ultimate test ride. Rent your dream machine before you buy. Get award-winning customer service and the best value anywhere.
You've been to the rest, come ride with the best. Indy West Harley-Davidson, exit 66 I-70 in Plainfield.
Good to see you, Steel Horse fans. The question this week in our trivia spot is, what 3 colors make up the Harley-Davidson logo? The answer is black, white, and orange. Have a safe week, and we'll see you next week.
The weatherman's saying it's supposed to cool down, so now let's take a look at the second cool installment of the Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. You know, it's been a great day today, seeing all these veterans getting the help that they need. Now we're out of time, so we'll see you next week right here on Steel Horse. Be there. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch us also on Comcast On Demand and the Steel Horse YouTube channel, and of course on Facebook and the SteelHorseTV.com. Steel Horse has been brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years of experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases, and by Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson, your Central Indiana Harley dealer since 1947. Oh me, the weather's going to... Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. So now let's take a cool look at the second installment. Ready? Also, the